YouTubers, Brian Proctor back again with another video, and this one is the big one. Do you need help creating your comic book? Do you need somebody to help you with your story? Do you need somebody to help you with your pencils? Do you need somebody to help you with your inking, your coloring, and your lettering? Well, today's video is about that. Now, if you had stayed with me from the beginning, shall we say, I have talked about wanting to start my own studios, 10 Talents Studios, and that's based off the Bible where the master gave talents, where at that time we were talking about money, but I'm using literal talents, to his servants. And he went away for a while and he came back to see what they did with their talents. And they all doubled it. The two doubled it, and one just went and buried his. So that's where I got the name from, 10 Talent Studios, to help people with their talents to double, triple, quadruple their talents. And that's what I was all about, trying to help people to reach their goal, because when I started out, I had nobody to help me. So this is what I plan on doing. I plan on connecting artists with artists, which was the goal of 10 Talent Studios in the beginning, artists helping artists. So if you are an artist and you are in need of help, email me and I will contact you or connect you with another artist that is willing to help in the field that you need. And if you are an artist that is willing to help, like you want to ink, or you want to write, or you want to do lettering, contact me and I will connect you with the other half. So this will be artists helping artists. Now, I already have 3 people on board, including myself, which makes it 4. I have a letterer, and at the end of the day, you need a letterer. Trust me, you're going to need a letterer. I have someone who does story, lettering, story, penciling, inking, and coloring. And I also do story, penciling, inking, and coloring. And I have a colorist on board as well. So there's 4 people on board that are willing to help you with your stories. Now, as I stated in my last video and a lot of videos, that this is a job. This is a job. So that understand, when you are connected with somebody that's willing to help, these guys have lives as well. They have full-time jobs, full-time schools, kids, and projects that they want to do on their own. So please do not come and expect to waste their time or try to waste their time. Come correct. If you have a story, please come correct. And I have been helping a lot of people, and this is what prompted me to do this. I've been helping a lot of people online with their drawing skills. And lately I have run into some people that needed help with character design, which is another thing. Doing their penciling, helping with their stories. I think I might have just said that. But it has kind of gotten bigger than I can handle for one person. So I decided to implement the whole purpose of 10 Talent Studios and to bring artists to artists, helping artists. So eventually I want to have one group with a bunch of books under the banner of 10 Talent Studios, where in-house we do all of producing, we do the publishing, everything that it takes to complete a book. Also have people to do games, t-shirts, clothes, that type of thing, our own brand. So, but that comes later. But for right now, I want to get artists helping artists, because there are a lot of people out there that have been contacting me that need help in a certain area. And I alone cannot help everybody, because I'm actually doing 3 comic book titles of my own, 2 children's books, this YouTube channel. I'm working on another how to draw book, another action pose book. So my plate is full right now, but I'm still trying to help certain people, a few people. So this is the whole premise for this video. Now, there are a couple things that are going to be rules, I guess you can say. First thing, if you come to me to find help, you need to definitely have a plan. Like my other video that I did before this, we can go back and check it out. I'll leave a link at the end. You need a plan, because you can't come and say, I want to do a book. Here's my 2 characters, give it to somebody to do a book, and you go back and sit down and wait for your book to be completed. That's not going to work. These guys are helping you over the hump that you are stuck on, and then they're going to give it back to you to finish the product. So if you are a writer in need of a penciler, you have to have your script complete. You cannot say, oh, the hero walks into the room and he sees a monster on the floor, and he's shocked, and he calls for help or for people to come help him. You can't have that. You have to be a writer. You have to come as a writer complete as possible. You have to say something like, and this is all written down on your script for the penciler to be able to read, to understand. It needs to read like, panel 1, page 1, slight downshot of dead alien lying on kitchen floor of swanky penthouse apartment. The kitchen is immaculate with no signs of a struggle. The fading light of the setting sunset casts an eerie shadow on the dead creature. As the light comes in from the kitchen's large picture window, as it starts to dip behind the tall skyscrapers. Now, that's how a script should read. And then I think probably my next video, the one after that, is going to be on keys to writing a proper script. Because if you're not doing everything yourself, you're going to need to be able to write every panel scene that way so that the penciler will know exactly what to do. And a lot of times you have to give these little clues for the penciler to do. Like, what was it? The swanky penthouse apartment. So obviously, if it's a swanky penthouse apartment, then it's going to have a lot of wonderful things in there. And it's the fact that there was no struggle. So that means that, the pots or the cups he has hanging, the spice rack, all of that stuff needs to be immaculate, because you don't get a penthouse apartment that with a picture window overlooking, unless you have money. And of course, if you have money, you have nice stuff in it. And also the eerie shadow tells you that from whatever view that is drawn on, you have to be able to show the window, the sun setting, and the background buildings behind it. So any artist that's worth its salt can read that and see all those little added details that you, the writer, sees, and then can convey to that artist, and then he can write it down or draw it so that everybody could see it. Because when I open a book, I'm not going to see all of this dialogue telling me that, oh, the sun is setting and that's a penthouse, expensive penthouse apartment. So that has to be conveyed in the art. And so as much as you can as a writer to do that, you need to do that. And as I say, I have been running into a few writers that say that they have stories that they want me to draw, but then when I look at the scripts, it's not really a story, it's just an idea. And I think I'll have a video on that, turning your idea into a fully fleshed out story, but that's later after this. So pencilers are probably the second hardest thing to do, because as I just said, you have to write the full description down of what you want a penciler to do. And like I say, as a penciler that is worth its salt can see that and go beyond that and add a little extra to make each panel look better. Now, for inkers, if you have everything right, if the penciler's done everything right and the pencils are tight, then the inker won't have too much of a problem. And if the inker does a good job, then the colors won't have a bigger problem. And then at the end, if you left space for lettering so the letters won't cut off all of your drawings, then the letterer won't have much of a problem either. So as I say, don't ever look down on lettering, because at the end of a book, you will need a letterer unless you have the program to do it yourself. So, and then it takes the time to do a letterer. So far I have one letterer, under my belt. So first come, first serve, because it does take time. As I said, he's doing my book, he's doing my friend's book. I think he might be doing his book. So reserve your spot if you need a letterer. Now, there's some other things I want to talk about before I put my email up and we get started at this. Character design, I think I touched on that. As the writer, and this is coming from the writer standpoint, you need somebody to design your characters. There was a guy who gave me some character design, and he gave me just a pretty vague outline on it. And then it was one of the characters. He said, well, just do what you think. And now I'm thinking about what his character looks like. So then that makes it my character. I'm not going to take his character, but I'm just saying I'm doing the work. So that's now my character. I created this character. You gave it a name and gave it powers, but I designed it and gave it the looks. So that's something else you're going to need if you're doing a book, character designs. If you're fresh to start doing a book, you have this idea, you have the name for the characters and the powers and so forth, and you're going to need a character design. So every character you have in that book has to be designed. If you have a hero, let's just say the young boy in school develops some superpower. So you're going to have him design. He's probably going to have a best friend. You're going to need designs for him, maybe a girlfriend, designs for her, the bully, the teacher that finds out the boy has superpowers and teaches him, the mom, the dad. All of that stuff has to be designed before you can even put that out. And you thought comic books was just a simple things. Comic books, doing a comic book is a job in itself. So when you think about that, or should I say, a lot of people just don't think about that. They just think, I'll draw superheroes, because you spend your life, shall we say, drawing Goku and Batman and Superman in an action pose. You don't think about what it takes to draw all those other characters. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, as I said, you need to come with a plan. The way it's going to work is you contact me. You tell me what you need. I'll try to find one of the people that's under my belt, shall we say, to help you. If your plan is not complete, then I will tell you, you need to work on this. Now, if you need somebody to help you work on that, I'll try to find you that. But realistically, nobody wants to spend time drawing for you or writing for you when it's just going to go under the bed. You don't have a plan to do anything past getting it drawn. You don't have a plan to get it colored, published, to get it out. You know, sometimes it's great to get money for an artist. For me, if I do something for you and you pay me, that's great. But sometimes it's better that people see my work. You know, that helps me to move forward as well. You pay me, what, $3,000, $5,000, whatever the price is you want to pay. That's great, but I'll spend that on some bills and then I'm gone. But when you put your book out, and it's out there in stores or online or whatever, people see that work and say, oh, that's Brian Proctor. Oh, he helps people? Okay, I want to ask him to help me. So that gives more for me, the artist, for helping you. So when you don't have a plan, you don't have a game. So next on the list is, all right, so in the beginning, don't think this is just going to be a hamburger joint where you go and say, oh, I need one large writer, 2 medium-sized inkers, and extra side of pencilers on the side. Because in the beginning, until I get enough people in the stable of artists, shall we say, then I'm only going to be able to help a certain amount of people. Now, of course, these people want to get paid. So with that one, you have to come correct too. Now, as far as getting paid, now I'm just the middleman. You would have to work it out with the person that's helping you. I don't care about how much you charge them. I don't care if they do it for free. I'm doing this for free, my time. So I'm just trying to help you reach your goal. That is my goal, to help you reach your goal and to reach my goal too, because I want to start a studio and have people under me in the studio. So we put money out in the studio's name and we all get money back. That's my goal. So in this whole thing, there's going to be 2 types of people, 2 categories: people that need help and people that want to help, should I say. So if you write me, say something like, I am a writer in need of a penciler, or you can say, I'm a penciler that want to help, you know, and I cannot say, you say, but I'll only do this for $50 a page, $100 a page. I can't say that. Yeah, and you, should I say, are not to be able to say that. You can, but you're not to be able to say that. You're helping out people, and if whatever they can afford or cannot afford does not suit you, then you just say, no thanks, that's not enough, I want more. But the whole goal is to help people out. You're not doing their whole entire book, publishing it. You're just helping them out as much as you can without interrupting your story that you might be working on. And that's for the people that want to help. So if you are an inker and you want to help somebody ink their book and get paid, then write me and say, you know, what you can do, but then send me a couple pictures, what you have done, your inking, your coloring, your penciling, so I can tell you what kind of category. Because if you do manga and somebody says he has a story and he says, I really want it to be done in a manga style, then I have an artist right away for them. If they say, I really don't want it to be in manga, I want it to be more in the Western style, then I can say to the manga guy, well, not too many people want the manga style, but hang in there, I'll contact you as soon as possible. All right, professionalism. Now, bottom line, this is a job. I'm connecting you with someone to do a job, not playing around. Your skills need to be good enough to do this job. Just because your mom and dad and your friends in school say, oh, you're a great artist, doesn't mean that you're good enough to get paid. So if you've been drawing Goku and Batman and Superman in their action poses all your life and you have not done panel work, don't think that you are good enough to do panel work, to do a book. If somebody needs a poster of their character, or if you are good at designing character, then yes, then you can do that. But as far as like, oh, I want to do a book because my friend said, if you really haven't been doing panel work and you really can't understand the script as I was reading it, and you can't see past all this thing like, oh, I need a big picture window. Where would the picture window be placed in that kitchen? How's the shadow going to look on that creature that's on the floor? Then you're not going to work out very well, and nobody's going to pay you for that. And another thing is time. In my other video that I said, what was the things do you need before you start a comic? If you don't have time to do that, I don't want to point somebody in your direction and then you have their book done 2 years later. That's not good for them, especially when they're paying you. If you have a real job and you're supposed to be at work at 9 o'clock and you come at 11:30, you won't have that job very long. So professionalism from both sides, from the side that needs help and the side that gives help. Okay, so I'm going to go over all these one more time because I want to make sure my bases are covered before I throw my email up there and people start writing me and have no idea what I just said and what I'm doing. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read this thing. Okay, come correct with your script. As I said, I'm going to do a video on keys to doing a good script. Get your characters all designed first before you come to the penciler. All styles don't fit. You know, for you writer or you artist, all styles won't fit a particular story. Come with a plan. You won't get through if you don't have a plan. If I don't feel you have a plan to make this book go, then I'm not going to put you through to somebody else, because nobody wants to see their work under the bed. I don't want somebody to call me and say, hey, it's been a year, I haven't seen that book. So come with a plan. It's not a hamburger joint. I don't have 1,000 artists here, 1,000 inkers here, 1,000. These are just few people who have signed on for now to help to get your book out, to help you going. Of course, pay is between you and them. If they do it voluntarily, that's between you and them. As I said, people have jobs, they have kids, they have schools, so don't think that their whole life is surrounded by your book, that they're going to do it 24/7 and have it done in a week. You have to work on their time, vice versa. They have to work on your time. Pays between you two. I will decide if your work is ready to be continued, shall we say. And I said that if you send me a story and the story's not right, I'm gonna send it. Don't let your feelings get hurt, because if you're trying to get somewhere and you find somebody that's on their way there or have already gotten there, then that's the advice that you need. If you're trying to get somewhere, let's just say you're trying to put out a book, and then you give the story to somebody that you meet, and they say, oh, you know, that's a pretty good story, but you need to work on this, you need to work on that, you need to work on this a little bit because this is not strong enough. And then the person said, have you ever done a book? And he said, oh yeah, I'm an award-winning writer, I have 17 novels in the stores. Yeah, take that guy as advice. Swallow your pride, take his advice. But if you, on the same hand, you come to somebody else and they say the same thing, oh, this is not good, this is not good, this is not strong enough, I don't think it'll work. And you say, oh, have you ever done a book? Well, no, I work at McDonald's. Then don't take that guy's advice, because he hasn't gotten to where you want to be. He might have some idea, but if he was worth his salt, then he would have done some writing and then gave you some good advice. So listen to people that have already gotten where you want to be or are on their way. Swallow your pride. Okay, so I think that is it with this video. So my email should be popping up below me right about now, somewhere right here. So email me, tell me what you need. Tell me if you want to get on board. If you're trying to get paid for helping people, let me know. I am a penciler. I want to help somebody. I am a writer. I need a penciler. I need an inker. I'm an inker. I want to help. Just let me know and I will connect you with someone. As I said, in the beginning, it's going to be a slow process because I only have 3 people behind me helping me, but hopefully people will start joining in and helping one another, because that is the goal of 10 Talent Studios. So let's do this thing. Let's help artists so that we can get people to turn around and help us as well. And then eventually I will kick this whole studio off, and I'll be able to pay everybody out of my pocket. So we'll see what's going to happen. Let's do this. I will see you guys later. Look out for the next video to help you guys to do your scripts and do your other things and do your other things. So that's it for me for now. I am out. I will see you guys later.